Obama judges ruled that cross monument honoring soldiers killed in World War is unconstitutional. While many people were busy making sure the post-American president didn't take our First or Second Amendments away while at the same time trying to steer clear of being targeted by his weaponized IRS, President Obama was busy stacking the courts with far-left activist judges who don't believe in our Constitution or that this nation was founded on Judeo, Christan values. President Barack Obama will keep being the gift that will keep on giving for decades to come, and today we pay the price for this, as explained by the Daily Wire. It is quite possible that the greatest legacy of President Trump may be his tremendous success in changing the face of the American judiciary, as his record-setting performance in getting conservative jurists into the judiciary has been nothing less than stellar. To understand how vital Trump's actions have been, consider this. The Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals recently refused to reconsider a 2-1 ruling of a Fourth Circuit panel last fall that ruled the World War I Memorial Peace Cross in Bladensburg, Maryland, was unconstitutional. Never mind, as the Daily Signal pointed out, that the 40-foot cross had stood there since 1925, funded by the American Legion and local families in 1925. Never mind that the cross features a plaque listing the names of 49 Prince George's County men who were killed in World War I. The Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled against the cross. And here rests the key point: 6 of the 8 judges that ruled against the cross was appointed by Barack Obama. The ruling was ultimately 8-6 against reconsidering the original court's ruling. In addition, the 2 judges, Stephanie D. Thacker and James A. Wynn, who comprised the 2-1 majority in the October ruling, were put on the bench by Obama. Now you can see the ripple effect of the judiciary, and the importance of President Trump's determination to see conservatives on the court. The court ruling against the cross found that because the upkeep and repairs of the monument are the responsibility of the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, that has the primary effect of endorsing religion and excessively entangles the government and religion. The Daily Signal adds, that plaque at the base of the memorial also includes the words valor, endurance, courage, devotion. But the only thing the secularists at the American Humanist Association, which filed the suit, is devoted to is anti-Christian intolerance. Hiram Sasser, deputy chief counsel for First Liberty Institute, was determined the fight is not over yet, asserting, "We cannot allow it to be the final word. If this decision stands, other memorials including those in nearby Arlington Cemetery will be targeted as well." Yes, this is Obama's legacy. Our nation now has to endure the fact that 40-foot cross is in violation of the First Amendment. A cross which has stood since 1925 when the American Legion, with contributions from private donors, erected it. But all of a sudden, almost 100 years later, it offends people. As explained by Fox 8 News, a federal appeals court has ruled that a 40-foot cross-shaped Maryland monument honoring soldiers who died in World War I is unconstitutional, saying it violates the separation between church and state. The Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled Wednesday that the 92-year-old structure was in violation of the First Amendment because it is on public land at a busy intersection in Prince George's County and is maintained with government funds. The court's decision does not address whether the monument should be removed or modified. The defendants, the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission and the American Legion, argued that the cross had a non-religious purpose and does not have the primary effect of endorsing religion, according to the majority opinion written by Judges Stephanie Thacker and James Wynn. But the appeals court in Richmond, Virginia, sided 2-1 with the American Humanist Association, an organization that advocates for secularism and represented several non-Christian residents of Prince George's County. This is how the communists patiently take over. First, they erase history, as they started to do when it came to Confederate statues in the South after the South Carolina church shooting. Then once they get away with it, they advance to other things, like religious symbols which have stood for over 100 years. Once those are gone, they go into our history and rewrite it as they see fit to indoctrinate our youth into believing our nation is the root of all evil. And once that happens, we end up with a nation which stands for nothing, like when the U.S. decided to elect a nobody without prior records of anything worthwhile as our president. His only qualifications were based on his skin color and the fact that the lapdog mainstream media decided to brand him as cool. That's how we got to this. What will be next? The Washington Monument? The Lincoln Memorial? Or maybe replacing one of the fine 4 Republican presidents on Mount Rushmore with Obama, the only president in the history of this nation to not see a GDP of over 3% during his entire presidency?